Hi, Dwayne Cofield, aka The Motivating Marketer, back with some more sales, marketing, and motivational tips for you. So this week what we want to discuss is, do you as a business deserve my dollar? Well, what does that mean? Well, back when I was hustling on the streets many moons ago, we used to do a lot of drop-offs. We would pick up money from anywhere from a couple $100s to 500 to 1,000 and upwards, even more than that. And the whole thing was when we would go by our customers' houses, that was actually our storefront. So when we would go by there, we would actually do the drop off, so forth and so on. And one of the most important things was how you were dressed. Were you fly? Did you have your jewelry in check? How was your car? Did it look like they should be giving you that $1,000? Well, there was other guys that were competing with us as well, and they would show up in whatever they were in, raggedy clothes or whatever, a bucket, car. And our thing was, this guy looks like he's about to rob you for $1,000. So do you really trust him in giving him $1,000 that the product is going to be what it is, so forth and so on. And those types of things translate into business as well. And what I mean by that is, do you as a business look like you should be charging that much money? And I got a few important points on this that make sense. And for instance, the first point being, perception is reality. What does that mean? Perception is reality. How people perceive you as a business is their reality. If it looks like a cheap business, if it looks like you don't do good work there, the windows or whatever are raggedy and just looks like, how are you going to charge $1,000 per person? You won't even sweep up your front area or whatever the case may be. But do you look like I should be giving you that amount of money? Well, a lot of cases people will just walk on that alone. Well, this place is raggedy, there's dust, there's dirt all over the place, and they'll walk away on that alone. So be careful with that. The second thing is, if you're not investing in those types of things, where exactly are you investing my money? Three things are important to me as a customer. Are you investing in the product? Are you investing in the service? Or are you investing in the vehicle or packages that it's delivered to me? And those are my personal points that are important to me in terms of where I see a business investing. Or are you creating a cheaper product down the line, a more economic version, or a product that's more catered to my taste? And then I can believe you that you're actually investing my money wisely, because I'm not just spending money with you just to maintain your style of living. I actually do want something in return, and even in the long term, for our relationship. The third one is, you want to ask yourself a few questions as a business. Does my business stink? Yes. Does your business stink? I can understand if you're in a restaurant or food type business, or even in a gym or a bowling alley where you can't get around the smell, but you can do some things about that. There's a lot of aromatherapy things that are going on out there, and people, for some odd reason, when they want to go into businesses, they want it to smell good. When they go into a barbecue place, they want it to smell like barbecue. When they go into certain places, they want it to have that particular smell. But if you can control that, try to control that. Does my business keep itself groomed? Are the windows washed? Is the glass by where I first enter polished and cleaned? Because those things make a huge difference. Does my business have a bad attitude? That's the main thing. Does my business have a bad attitude from the top down? That's where it starts, from the top. Is the CEO a jerk? Well, if the CEO is a jerk, the vice president's probably an a-hole. The other person up under them is probably working to be an a-hole, and everybody works their way up to be top jerk. And that's usually with companies that are falling apart with their customer service. So those are the questions you want to ask yourself: does my business stink? Is my business groomed? And does my business have a bad attitude? Because those are things that can cripple your sales. People won't even come into your store. So those three things are important if you want to like the review. Perception is reality. Second thing, what are you actually investing in? If you're not investing in me as a customer, if you're not investing in the product, what are you investing my money in? And then third, ask yourself three questions. Does my business have a bad attitude? Does my business stink? And does my business keep itself groomed? Or if I'm in charge of that, do I keep my business groomed? And those are probably the most important things. So we'll move over into our motivational piece, because we want to keep this short and brief and good. Motivational piece is do something every day. Meaning, if it's lifting weights, do a little something every day. Do a set, do some push-ups, pop out the bed, do a couple push-ups. Read a book, read a chapter, read a sentence I don't care what it is. Just make some progress. Do a little something every day. There's a Van Heusen commercial that's starring Jerry Rice and Steve Young, came on a couple years back. But you could see him in the studio up there doing tricep extensions. He's like, man, a little something every day. And I thought that was so important for you as individuals to achieve your goals. You got to do something every single day. There ain't no days off. And relaxation is a part of the process too. So even if you're relaxing, you're doing something, but you need to do something productive, constructive every day. Every day. Which leads us into our book suggestion. Bomb. Love it. If you're a Law of Attraction fan, you're going to dig this one. It's written by the same people, Jerry and Esther Hicks. One of my favorite books, Asking is Giving. One thing about life is we don't ask for enough. We don't ask for the world to give us this. We say, oh, I'll take this or I'll accept that. No, ask for it. God has enough. The universe has enough. They created us in this world. They have enough, bro. So ask. Asking it's giving. Giving. You got to pay the price by asking, though. So ask. And then do. And then have faith. You understand? So, Motivating Marketer is going to sign off for right now. But I hope you really enjoy what we were saying about does your business deserve my dollar? And about doing something, a little something every day. And then ask. Asking is giving. Next week, we'll have some more tips for you, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and then also like us on Facebook, The Motivating Marketer. So signing off, see you next week. Thanks.